welcome to Zoonovation. The famous topic of intermittent fasting is to be discussed today. So let's talk about intermittent fasting. So what is intermittent fasting and how it affects in our body? So basically intermittent fasting is nothing but a fasting period or a tool for weight loss and fat loss. So if you ask me that it really works, yes, it really works. But you have to be proper, you have to be under proper guidance, proper maintenance, and you have to be clean in doing so, because it contains health benefits, also contains side effects. Now let's talk about the evolutionary past history. From the evolutionary past history, we have been seeing that intermittent fasting has been done in various ways from the starting of mankind. In the Stone Ages, our ancestors remained for fasting for several days because there were no availability of foods. But nowadays, in various religious concerns, for example Islam, they used to maintain the Ramzan month, and in case of the Hindus, various religious purposes help us in making certain fasting periods. So basically, some physiological changes are seen in the period of our fasting. So there are several types of intermittent fasting. The types are basically 16/8, where you fast for 16 hours and eat for 8 hours. The second type is 24 hours, where you fast for 1 day long. And the third type is 5:2, where you used to fast for 48 hours, 2 hours continuously, or 2 hours in a week, and you live a normal lifestyle in the rest of the 5 days. Now the thing is that in the whole period of fasting, your body undergoes some changes, and these changes is that reduction of activity, where when you are fasting, your metabolic rate decreases because there is no food going into the digestive system, and therefore enzymes starts decreasing in their secretion, and the metabolism gradually decreases, and it turns on the glycogenolysis pathway, where your glycogen stored gets depleted down into glucose. Phase 2, it lasts for 1 week. After that, your fat storage will be degraded and lipolysis mechanism will be turned on, where your fat storage will be depleted into your glucose, and this is known as a gluconeogenic pathway, where non-carbohydrate sources are turning into glucose. After that, proteins also get degraded. Proteins are broken down to glucose. That is also gluconeogenic pathway, where you can lose your muscle, which is a dangerous mechanism. And if you fast for so long, and after it you can also lose your organs, and ultimately we can go to the grasp of death. So we know that if we fast for so long period, we will die. So basically, first our body depletes of glycogen stored, and the fat stored, and the protein stored. The thing of concern here is that there are certain benefits of intermittent fasting, where there is a spike of growth hormone, which helps in fat loss and muscle synthesis in the initial period. There is a decrease of insulin level, which is very much beneficial for type 2 diabetic patients to manage their diabetes. Also, there are certain beneficial effects of our body because it goes under calorie restriction, weight loss and fat loss occurs. But certain side effects, because as you are fasting, your overall intake of food, overall intake of macro plus micronutrients are going down, and therefore you are also lacking vitamins, minerals and antioxidants, which will cause certain effects like hair loss, certain deficiencies, malnutrition, and also can cause gastric problems in severe gastric patients. Also, it can be seen that when there are no food and the liver produces bile, and the bile are stored in the gallbladder for so long, and that can produce also gallstones. So basically there are certain side effects and there are certain health benefits, but you have to be very much concerned about all this, and you have to be very much dedicative and confirmative about the procedure, about the plus and minus effects about the whole procedure, whole science behind it, and you have to be under a proper guidance. If you are a normal human being like us, then please take a proper guidance and follow this procedure to get the maximum or optimum beneficial effects. Or if you are not able to take the proper guidance and maintenance, please avoid it. You just follow the simple calorie restriction diet, eat clean, stay clean, exercise, work out daily, you will be all fine and you will obviously lose weight. Intermittent fasting is nothing a boon, but it's normally a calorie restriction tool. And if we want to say that in the eating period, if you are eating too high, then there will be no any beneficial effect. There will be no fat loss, no weight loss. You are fasting for 16 hours and you are eating enormously high in 8 hours. How can it be possible? You have to eat healthy. You have to take optimum amount of carbohydrates, proteins, and healthy fats or healthy substances. You can sometimes enjoy, and it can consider about 20 to 15% of your regular diet, but not always. You have to eat clean. You have to ultimately concentrate on your calorie restriction over the whole day period of fasting. You can take some non-caloric beverages during your fasting period like black coffee, black tea, or green tea with no sugar. And if you want sweetness, you can add some non-calorific sweeteners. So this topic is all about calorie restriction, and if you are not a professional or if you are not an advanced level of you do not have some advanced level of proper guidance and maintenance, please avoid this and just maintain a calorie deficit. Then you will obviously get results and optimum results. So basically these are the explanations behind intermittent fasting, the mechanisms and the topic of intermittent fasting, the procedure actually. Again, when you eat in the period of your eating period, beside the fasting period, your hormone, that is the ghrelin hormone, over the time decreases because your appetite gets lesser, your appetite decreases, and there is seen that decrease in ghrelin hormone or your hunger hormone also gets depleted because the body adapts with the intermittent fasting period and it also adapts itself to the mark of that fasting. With all this, I want to conclude this video. If you like the video, please hit the like button, share the video with your friends, subscribe the channel, and hit the notification bell icon to get regular updates about the video. With all this, I will meet you in the next video. Till then, stay fit, stay motivated. Bye bye.